Hey, what's happening, crew? Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite sound design tools that I use all the time in Premiere Pro. You know, this is a great tool to have in your belt if you're trying to make something a little bit more dramatic and you don't want to just fade out. You know, you're tired of fading out. You don't want to fade away. You just want to end on... Let me go ahead and show you a quick example just using my mouth. This is ridiculous. See how cool that was? Yeah. And it's really easy to use. So we're going to be working on a small portion of a project that I shot for House Elite. This was a trailer for a larger episode of a documentary we're filming. And I just want to show you an instance where I use Studio Reverb. Very quickly, I'm going to show you this without Studio Reverb.
How do we take...
Okay, so this woe right here is actually what we're going to be editing, and this is it with Studio Reverb on, just so you can hear it.
How do we take this space?
You guys hear the difference right there? Like that whoa.
How do we take this space?
Instead of just simply fading out, I put Studio Reverb on that clip so it has a nice dramatic finish before we cut into the other clip, right? So let's go ahead and learn how to apply that effect. Focus on this one. And that's what we're going to be working with, right? So first things first, you kind of want to find the spot where you want to add the reverb effect. And I think I want to add it on this, on that whoa, and have that end this clip. So I'm going to go ahead and make the cut right before he starts to say whoa. I'm going to go and go over to effects, type in Studio Reverb, drag and drop, or you can double click, you know, whatever floats your boat. Now we're going to go over to decay. We're going to bring that all the way up, and let's see what happens. Nothing really happened, right? So that is because your volume stays consistent along this clip. So let's go ahead, getting a little closer, and we need to keyframe down the volume after he says whoa, so that we can hear the reverb effect. So let's go and add a keyframe right here, and then add another one. Let's drag it to -80 because you don't want to be able to hear anything after he says whoa, right? Let's see what it sounds like now. Okay, so that is the volume's coming down a little bit too quickly because I want to be able to hear the end of whoa. So okay, it's still coming down too quickly. So this is kind of where you play around with it, make your adjustments, try to figure out where the keyframes need to be. Cool. I like that. I think that was good. Yeah, I like that. That's perfect. Now, just to show you guys, just so you don't run into this problem when you're trying to add this effect, I shortened this clip. Let's go ahead and give it a listen now. You could hear that effect just stop. And that's because if the video does not continue, if that track doesn't continue, where'd we go? What's going on? Goodness. If that track doesn't continue, then the reverb effect is going to stop. Cool. So you can hear it going that whole time. So that's really important to know. As long as you want that reverb effect to go on for, you're going to have to extend your clip that length as well. So that sounds great, but we're not quite done. I'm going to go back up to edit, and I want to bring us down to output level. And this is going to be really, really fun to play around with. I'm going to bring dry all the way down, and I'm going to bring wet all the way up, just to show you guys like a very stark example of what this does. Way different, right? A little bit really kind of cool effect, but it's a little bit too much. So I'm going to bring it back more into, you know, a safe zone so the effect isn't going too crazy. Let's play again. That sounded really cool. But we're not quite done. If you listen one more time, you're going to hear a slight dip in volume on the clip that we have Studio Reverb on. Right? You can sort of hear it if you really, really listen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this up a little bit to -3.5. Bam. Now it's a little bit more punchy, right? I'm going to extend this clip a little bit longer just so it ends on its own. Bam. Now let's go ahead and add everything else so you can hear it with the other sound. All right. Now let's drag this back.
How do we take this space to fit in?
And it's as simple as that, guys. It really, really is. That sounds fantastic.
That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa.
How do we take this space to fit in and grow Kansas City basketball?
Studio Reverb is a wonderful tool if you want to add a little bit more impact and you don't want that clip to just fade away. And I honestly use it all the time. Like if you look at my audio sequences, you're gonna find Studio Reverb applied to so many clips because I go to it again and again. It's just that good of a tool. So I hope this little tutorial helped you. I hope hope it made sense. Yeah, sound design is so fun, especially when you get to know all the different effects and what goes into it. It can bring your video game to a whole new level. So definitely important to know, and I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. So anyways, thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.